It's a flow state for me. It's very meditative, and yeah, it's also an art and a workout. So it's a lot of things, and it's definitely a confidence booster for sure. Ever since I've started shuffling, it's just made me feel really good about myself, and I've made so many friends, so it's definitely a huge social thing. It probably started as a social thing because I wanted to contribute to my community in a fun way.
The technical definition of shuffling, I'm sure, is like some sort of, set of movements or a certain style of music and movement combined. I guess for me personally, I would define it as either a meditative state or just a state of mind in general where, you have exited this idea that you need to think about what's happening and really manually consider what's going on, and you're just feeling and doing what feels natural in the moment.
I've been shuffling for 4 years now. I started in July of 2018 after going to Electric Forest and seeing someone shuffle, and I thought it was so cool. So at first, I was the only person I knew who shuffled. I literally knew nobody else in the area, like in real life. I saw people on the internet shuffling, but like when I went out to bars and stuff, I mean, I don't know what other people thought of it, but I felt like it was new, it was different, no one else was doing it.
I started in around 2019 and really started getting into it like seriously when COVID hit because I needed something to do with my life and my body. I really picked out shuffling as an activity pretty strategically, and that's because I saw it as accomplishing kind of a range of functions.
You also recognize that everybody has their own unique style, so there really is no comparison to make. Everybody does stuff in their own way, and I've always appreciated that about shuffling, but that's not really something you notice before you become a shuffler. You just kind of see everyone doing similar characteristic moves, so you don't notice the individuality until you actually start doing it yourself and start developing your flow.
Shuffling skill ceiling is like infinitely high. Like you can always, work on form or work on flow, or there's a billion different ways you can move your body. So that's another, exciting and like contagious element of it, is that like there's always new things to learn. There's always ways that you can improve yourself.
So I started Horseplay, the Instagram account, back in 2020, the beginning of 2021 actually, so very recently. That's back when we were Cincy Shufflers, and we didn't really have any meetups besides super low-key ones that I would just ask my other shuffle friends that I knew to come to. I wasn't really advertising it to the general public, but I started Cincy Shufflers because I only knew about a handful of shufflers in the city at that point, but I knew there had to be more and I wanted to meet them. So it was a place to bring everyone together in an online setting at first, but then Grant came along.
It's honestly kind of surreal to look back on, but I moved here. I had been shuffling by myself for a year and a half at that point. I think it was a fine Saturday evening at Philanthropub, where Ellie was there. I noticed her before she noticed me, but she was already shuffling. As soon as she came in the door, I was like, there's another one. Like I had not seen that before. So I think I just kind of saw her from afar at that point, and then we went to there's another few functions that we ended up at. I don't remember exactly what prompted the interaction, but I'm sure I just walked up and was like, hey, that's pretty cool. I kind of do that too. So that resulted in, her telling me about how she had that Cincy Shufflers account, and I was like, yes, let's bring that back up, and let's make it into something else, and something that, we're breathing new life into. So that's kind of the origin of really bringing the group together.
We also decided to rebrand from Cincy Shufflers to Cincy Horseplay to make it more inclusive to all types of dancing, because our group's not just for shufflers. It's for anyone who enjoys house music, DJing, dancing, literally, you don't even have to like any of those things as long as you like hanging out with us and goofing around. So, yeah.
Yeah, we really wanted to dismiss the idea that we're some sort of like elitist, like, oh, we're the Cincy Shufflers, like we're really good and you have to be good to hang out with us. Like, we just want to build a community. The Instagram page, I think we brought it back out with like probably 200, 250 followers. I think we just passed like 600. So that has been really affirming in the sense of like, you know, this is something that people want, like this is something people enjoy. You know, people either want to view it or they want to be a part of it, and you know, that's the best way to get the word out into the community. It started off with just me and Ellie going. We're like, hey, come to the cool meetup, and then it would just be me and her, and that was fine. Like we recognized that that's what it was going to take, but we had some events that I think we had like 20 people, maybe even more. Show up and hang out for, you know, over an hour. So like that, you know, has been a huge like affirming part of the journey that Horseplay been on.
Yeah, and I think another big growth period for us was Blink. That was a huge challenge, and it was probably one of our coolest events. The DJ cart idea came first, and that was Quinn's idea. I saw that Blink was giving out grants for the parade, so I was like, okay, this is a perfect opportunity to like get help with paying for this. So I applied for the parade, and it took a while to hear back, but we did. And yeah, we were approved, and we ended up not doing the parade, but they gave us an even better opportunity of throwing a pop-up in front of a mural, the Insane 51 mural, which I thought was one of the coolest murals, so beautiful. So it honestly couldn't have worked out better.
We got some assets on the books with the Horseplay cart, so I think we're really excited about that in terms of getting out into the community more. The cart is completely like self-sustaining. It's got like a generator. It's, you know, you can put all the equipment on it.
We've always been about doing it in the parks, so this just makes it so we can do it in the parks completely for free and not get kicked out by a park ranger. We have not had a spring or summer yet with the cart, so I feel like that's gonna be big. Just having complete freedom, you don't have to plug in anywhere, and that can bring up problems if you're not paying for a space. I'm able to fit the cart in my car. Grant designed it that way, so we can literally just pull up anywhere, bring out the cart, and start playing music, and we can't really get in trouble for it, so it's pretty awesome.
We believe we're bringing like a genuinely like wholesome thing to the community, but like people want you to pay money, people want you to have permits, like it's all these like barriers and blockers, and like it's honestly been stressful to like organize some of these events. So I think we're definitely looking forward to like the utility of the cart in the coming years.